Hello, young scholars. We're going to look at finding newspapers online and not using Google News or the other types of ways, because if you use a database, and let's go to the library so we could look at the list, Academics Library, and we're going to go to Databases A to Z, and for this we're going to use one of our large mega databases called Proquest Research Library, which is frankly one of the favorite ones of the faculty here on campus. I did a little study and found that out. But we're going to use it to find specifically a newspaper. And if you've read through this section, you understand the reason you might use a newspaper for research is, of course, number one, if the rubric calls for one. Number two, if you're looking for fresh current information, because even though it's in a database, sometimes it's same day, previous day, or really current and up to date. And in this case, it's full text. You're not going to be asked to, subscribe. And so let's take a look in here and I'll show you how to find it. So newspapers have a valuable place in research, even as historical pieces. So we're going to look at artificial intelligence. And I'm going to do artificial intelligence. And you'll see it's going to give me some different names and ideas. But I'm just going to stick with that one. And I'm just going to put dogs. I'm in this mood today. Dogs. I'm going to go to search. While I'm there, I'm going to select full text. Newspapers in general will not be peer-reviewed. They are not academic articles. There are a variety of different types of literature, opinions, interviews, etc. We already discussed some secondary resources, and sometimes they're a great way of pulling a large number of voices and researches together. And I'm going to go here to newspapers. One more thing I'm going to set, because we're working on a current topic, is the last 12 months. But suppose you're working on a different topic where you want to look into the history, you could set custom dates and look at the last 10 years. In some cases, this does go back to the last century. Yeah, the 50s, 60s, 70s, remember those? No, you don't. But the newspaper database does. So we've selected 12 months. And let's give our search a look. Pet portraits with an AI assist. I'm not sure that's what they're... I don't have a thesis here, but I'm trying to make sure dogs and artificial intelligence show up on the first run. It debunks conspiracy theories, but it's about the unfortunate Springfield piece. Somehow dog... So you can see that dog is being included like raining cats and dogs, sort of in the text, and not the other. Let's modify our search. See this? This has a drop-down box. Let's make sure that dog is in the document title. That way we will have artificial intelligence anywhere and dogs, we hope, as actual canines. Or robotic dogs, if that's our piece. So when you do that, it erases your other pieces, your limits. So let's pick full text. Let's pick newspapers. Let's pick the last 12 months. So let's look at this. This seems to be a title of a column, so I'm going to pass over those. We could also do like a not thing, like not stars and capitals to get rid of those, but I don't think it's necessary. This talks about robot dogs that are painting. Quite interesting. I'll test myotenic. AI that work with an animal data. All this is very interesting. The dog that could save your life and limb has to do with robotic dogs. And this one, as you can see, is, while it has a lot less, it only has 55 results, is a lot closer to the idea if you're working on something about artificial intelligence, maybe working with dogs or pets, or alternately, and you can tighten it up with robot dogs, and you could put and in capital letters, A-N-D, and robots. And I would do it like this, because it could be robotic, robots, and robot. So if you do this, robots, we'll put an asterisk. It should catch all the variations. Let's see if there are things that'll come up with this. Here it goes. Oh, So we're down to 29 results, which is excellent. For this particular thing, you only need one. So it brings up the pieces about robotic, and robots dogs. And there you go. That's the way that you could manage a newspaper search using Proquest, which you may already have the skills for, and finding something and modifying your search. And when you do these, make sure your annotation includes if somebody was interviewed. This has to do with the Museum of Fine Arts. It's talking about Boston Dynamics. What is that? What is this particular experience? It's created by this particular artist. We're using this interview with this artist, and those are the types of things that need to show up in your annotation. We also have another person who's talking about the future of technology, and again, all these details are the type of thing you want to show up in your annotation because it's rich and detailed and maybe the type of thing you use moving forward. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I think I had a lot of coffee today. And I hope you did too. If you enjoy coffee, have a great day.